Hi everybody, my name is Molly and I am an independent sales representative with Avon. I know many of you know me, many of you follow me on social media. Some of you are friends, some of you are family, some of you I have known like my whole life. Maybe I went to school with you. But I've been getting a lot of private messages on Instagram and on Facebook, a lot of the social media, because you know I am a social media crazy woman. It's what I do. I love sharing with people. But people are starting to notice a dramatic change in my skin. Let me be the first to say I'm experiencing a major change in my skin. And it is due to a few things, but some pretty amazing products. So I wanted to start this little kind of video series about products that I use, that I love. And I love so much about my company, but the one thing I can say that we are just second to none with is our skincare. And there are things that I'm going to show you in coming videos about like daily care, what I do, cleansing, moisturizing, things like that. And I want you to keep in mind, let me say this to start with. One, at the time of this video, I am 56 years old. I don't really know if I come from great skin or not. I mean, my mom was 44 when she passed away, so she wasn't very old. I always thought she had great skin and she wore makeup well. But I'm not real sure because we were the only two women in the family. But what I have noticed over the last 90, 120 days, no longer than that, is the changes that have come to my skin. Now, I also have to be honest with you. I was not always the faithful person, even though I was in the skincare business, of doing what I should do to take care of my skin. And I think there's a lot of us out there that are guilty of that. I don't think it's just me. But you know how it is, you get busy with the kids or you're just tired and you don't want to do anything. And I mean, why? It's not like I'm noticing any difference, so why go use that again? Or maybe the regimen that you had was just too much and you just didn't want to take the time because maybe you weren't seeing the changes that you wanted to see. Well, I've got to tell you, in over 120 days now, that's 4 months for me. Sadly, I have to tell you, that is a record of every single day and every single evening. Yeah. Taking care of my skin, making sure I wash my makeup off, making sure that I am moisturizing my skin, that I am treating my skin. And I'm going to say that I really wish that I had gotten the importance of taking care of my skin earlier in life, from tanning in the tanning booths and this. I did it all, okay? Out in the sun, not treating my skin, not using SPFs. I was that girl. And I have got some things going on like discoloration in certain places, age spots on my hands, whatever it may be, that I have reaped the reward of that stupid stuff that I did back then. But back then, we couldn't do anything wrong, right? Yeah, you're with me. So I thought that this first segment, though, would be about the eyes, because this is one of the areas that I have noticed an immense change in. I was really starting to see just not my eyes, but also my face, whether it's smile lines, whatever, but around my eyes, especially the wrinkles. I was getting massive dark circles. I felt like my concealer had to be on so thick, and then it was so overpowering that the concealer didn't look right. You know what I'm talking about. But things like that, the fact that as you get older, your eyelids, are going to start to droop. And I was starting to notice all of that in the last year at an alarming rate. So let's go back. I'm 56 years old, was not a great person. I was on again, off again, really taking care of my skin. Sure, I washed my face in the shower, I did this, but sitting down and really taking care, I didn't. I'm here to tell you there's good news. It's never too late, okay? It's never too late. Here I am at 56 years old, getting serious about my skin and taking care of the gift that God has given me, which, you know what, I'm still here, so I think I should be taking care of it, right? So I'm going to talk to you about eye treatment, and of course a treatment that I use to try to reduce the effects of wrinkles trying to deeply set in. So what I'm trying to do is slow it down. Now, yes, I have makeup on today. I'm not putting this on. I don't need to show you that. You're smart enough to know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to tell you what I use. And I'm going to tell you how often I use it. And, you know, if you're interested in any of these products, you can absolutely go to my website, which is in the bottom here. If you look underneath in this YouTube video, or if I'm posting this on social media, you can absolutely look for it in the comments below. You can go there, you can purchase these products. A lot of them are on sale at this point. But I think this is a pretty easy, if it's easy for me and I can stick with it for 120 days going forward, oh God, believe me, as busy as I am, 2.5 jobs, you know, working and trying to keep up with life and having a team of 800 representatives and many customers and this and that. Ugh, life is crazy. Having a husband who drives me crazy sometimes. You can do this too. It's just setting aside a couple of minutes in the morning and a couple of minutes at night and saying that you are important enough to do this. And if I have to be honest, not at a bad price either compared to what you can pay for in a lot of stores. And you can get all of these things right at my e-store. You don't have to go out and buy it. You don't have to wait for me to get it in. You can go and you can get it. So, okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the eyes and let's talk about some wrinkles, okay? One of the first things that I wanted to introduce you to first, and I only use this one time a day. And look, the directions, maybe you can use it twice a day. I don't. This is what I do. You may want to do it more. We have and let me put my glasses on here so I can look at my notes a little bit. We have got a treatment that is called Line Eraser with Retinol, and it's a targeted treatment, and I love this. This is what it looks like. This is actually mine, so it's not new. So obviously, you know, Molly been using this. Look, so I use this, and it targets wrinkles, lines that you already have, okay? And I mean, for me, I smile a lot. See what happens when you smile a lot? Them big old puffy cheeks of mine. This happens, but what I noticed was this. Like it or not, eventually your skin starts to sag, right? It does. We got stuff for that too. We're not talking about it today. Anyways, I started noticing it. And you know the little lines that you start to get here around your lips? Not the, you know, I'm talking right here, that, like if you're going to pucker up. I was starting to realize that they were starting to become a little bit deeper. And I said, oh my gosh, I am 56 years old. I'm okay with wrinkles, but I want to know that I can slow them down. I'm not going to be somebody who goes and gets needles in my face or anything else. Me not going to be the Real Housewives, okay? It's not going to happen. But I love this stuff. I love this. It's just a cream. I'm going to show you a little bit right here. You can see what it looks like right here, right? And I take a little bit of this in the tube like this. I don't put it on my fingers. I'm the only one using this. And at night, after I cleanse and all of that good stuff, which another video will be coming of that, I put this here, here. I put it here and here. And then I put it, let me take these glasses off. I put it right up here. You know the smile lines, or they call them crow's feet? I put it right up here, okay? And that's what I do. So I put a drop in each of those places. And the one thing I have learned from watching people in my company, Janine Whitfer, if you ever watch this because of you always want to wipe up. So what I do is around the eyes, I'm pushing up and I'm making sure they go into those wrinkle areas. Here, it's the same thing. Up here, it's the same thing. You're always making the gravity go back up, right? So I take that and I use that, and I only do that at night before I go to bed, after cleansing and everything. I do my treatments. They're the last thing that I put on after I do my serums and everything on my face, okay? So that is one thing, and right now that's on sale, which is kind of cool. So you may want to get that if you're worried about those little wrinkles that come up in places that you're like, wait a minute, all of a sudden they're showing up. there is stuff for this, because I got to tell you, it's been 3 months. I'm still on the same one that I was on, because again, I'm only using it once a day, and you don't need a lot, okay? So this is great stuff. The next thing that I have here, hold on, let me find it. The next thing, and I love this. Who has puffy eyes? Now, this is good for anybody. I don't care what your age is, okay? I don't care what your age is. You ever wake up and you have the puffy eyes going on? I mean, you look like you got Mount St. Helena's developing under your eyes. Well, on nights that I wasn't sleeping, maybe on days before that I had had too much salt, whatever it was, however it was forming, girlfriend here, I could feel the puffiness. I felt like I needed to go cut a cucumber all the time and just put it on my eyes, and I ended up eating the cucumber, so we ain't gonna do all that. But we have a wonderful product that is called a depuffing eye serum, and again, look at the tube. This is what we have. This is Anew Hydra Fusion Depuffing Eye Serum, and I use this twice a day. Now, this is what I love about it. One, they say it has caffeine in it, which is supposed to be very stimulating. So what happens? You're puffy? I need to put it all over my body. That's what I need to do. But for now, I will get rid of the bags underneath my eyes. I will depuff them is what I should do. All that puffiness, okay? And when you take the lid off this is a ceramic tip, and it is a cooling ceramic tip. Now, I have people who tell me that when it's really bad, they will take this, they will put this tube in the freezer for about 5 minutes and let that ceramic tube get really, really colder than it is. And then you're going to take it, and of course with this is normally down. This is mine. So again, it's normally sitting down like this. But anyways, it's a clear gel. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh wow, I've got another one to replace this. And once you get that to come up, you're taking and you are just rubbing. And I gotta tell you, it feels so good because this ceramic head is always cold and I don't put it in my freezer. So it is amazing. And the gel will be there. I'll let it sit for about 10 seconds without doing anything with it. And then what I do is I just lightly just let it absorb. Just let it absorb, right? I love this stuff. It is great. It is absolutely great. Now at the end, I'm going to tell you how I do these, how they line up. I don't know if it matters in all honesty, but what I do is I try to use what I know will absorb quickly first, okay? And then I finish off with the rest, if that makes sense, okay? So that, again, is the Anew Hydra Fusion Depuffing Eye Serum. And again, the item numbers are going to be either in the comments, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be in the little information box that's underneath there. So you can go right to my site, put the numbers in, and you can order this yourself. So that is... again, Anew Hydra Fusion Depuffing Eye Serum. And I'd love to tell you it feels like a serum, but it really doesn't. It feels more like a gel that it absorbs. And I've got to tell you, I have no puffiness. Again, I noticed a difference with that in about a week. I did, and I just kept using it. It's like, not that I saw it was gone, but I noticed that it seemed like the more I was using it, the better it was. So I used it before. I use this before I put my makeup or anything on, or if I'm not wearing makeup, I still get up and do it. And then I use it at night after I take my makeup off and I'm treating my skin, okay? So that's a good one too. So that's what I'm using. The other thing that I'm using, let me find this one. Oh, I love this. This has been a lifesaver. I would love to tell you that the only thing I had was puffy eyes, but I had more than that. And you know, and being underneath this bright light, it's hard for me, although my skin is so much better than it was 120 days ago, right? When you put yourself under a bright light, you see everything that's wrong with your skin. You see every wrinkle. And so I had to get over that and say, Molly, everybody's got something going on somewhere. It's just most people aren't sharing it like you do. The Absolute Even line that we have with the Anew line, there is a dark circle corrector. Now, I'm sorry, there are a lot of people who have dark circles, and I have to tell you, I was purple we were purple here, and then it would get a little bit lighter, and on some days it would be worse. And I just thought, and again, felt like I was concealing more than I was putting on foundation. And even though, okay, it's better, you could still see a hint of it there. And I'm just like, I was dying. I'm like, all of a sudden I'm going to look old. What's going on here? And I decided that I was going to put this, and again, we have another tube. I was going to put this in my regiment because this is what it's for. It's a dark circle corrector. And again, this is great because what you do is this turns and you see this little, it's like a little plastic piece. It's not hard plastic. It's like rubber almost. Flexible. And when you press on this, you'll see that, let me see, you'll see a little bit comes out. And when I do, I bring a little bit up and I dot it. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. I dot that, put it on there. I can't believe I'm wasting it. I'm like, oh, and then also this little age mark that's right here. Oh my gosh, this was so much darker. An age spot, we all get older. I get it, just like the age spots, but it felt like all of a sudden it popped up. And I would take a little drop and I put that on the age spot. Didn't notice anything for the first 30 days. Like it was so stubborn, or I thought maybe it's not gonna help it, but it's like helping the dark circles. But there is a difference. It is lightening up. This used to be so just relevant, just stick out, be like, oh, Molly, what's on your face? And it's an age spot. I'm getting older. But now it's not so bad. It's not so noticeable. So I'm using this twice a day. Again, before I go to bed at night, and then before I put my makeup on. Not greasy, so it's going to put right in. And then once I do the dot, 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 what I do is just take my finger and just until it absorbs. And I don't mean heavy dot, dot, dot. I mean that little part that came up, take that, press that rubber thing on there, and then I just take my finger and it sinks in. And I just said, I'm going to do this and see if this makes any difference. And then I turn the tube back, because if you do that, what's really great is that it's, you know, it's not going to sink out. It closes it up. I love this. It's got a little lid to it. So I love this. This is wonderful stuff. And right now that's on sale too. So you're going to want to check it out. So I'll list all these out. Remember, so we have tackled wrinkles. We have tackled puffy eyes, and we have tackled dark circles, right? And again, these are treatments. This isn't a moisturizer or anything like that. It's a treatment. So my final thing I want to share to do with eyes is, of course, and I think most representatives in our company who are concerned about their eyes use this. I love this. It is a dual treatment. I used this when it first came out. And then I got skin lazy. That's what I call it. I just, okay, I would remember to use it sometimes when I put my makeup on, and sometimes I wouldn't. And then at night, when I took my makeup off, I can't believe I'm saying that, but guys, I was that person. I just was not faithful like I should have been all the time. And now I'm having to make up for it, right? So if you're feeling me here, telling you what you need, okay? This is our Anew Clinical Eye Lift Pro Dual Eye System. Okay, Molly, why are you calling it dual? And this is mine, so again, this is kind of like, the bottle looks a whole lot better when you get it, but I've been using this now for almost a month. Dual treatment, because, make sure you can see this with the light. Dual treatment because it is two treatments. We have got a gel here. You'll see the yellowish gel. The gel which goes on the upper lid, okay? And then there is a cream here, and of course it keeps it separated. And there is a cream here that is for underneath your eye, okay? Now, I don't gotta tell you, y'all hear this all the time on all the infomercials and everything. The skin around your eye is the most delicate. You have to be very careful. That I've heard that time and time again. You would think I would have believed it, considering the fact that, you know, I do work in the business, thank you very much, but I don't know. I don't want to say I was lazy. I think I just didn't make myself a priority. I think everything else mattered besides me trying to take care of something that if I didn't take care of it, it was not going to be very good, okay? So this eye treatment, I love this because you will see a difference in 7 days if you use this. I use this twice a day. And again, I take a little bit and I put it on the top of my eye here, right? And I take a little bit, put it on the top, and I take the same type dab and I put it here. And then again, up here, I'm just very gently, I rub it in. What is this for? Well, number one, we said it was eye lift, right? It helps to soothe out. You know, your skin gets dry, and I don't know about y'all, but I get dry-eyed. Like, the tops of my eyes can actually flake when they're bad. Like, I'll be like, what's going on with my eyes? My eyes are flaky. How do you get dry skin on your eyes? Well, you can. I did. But I haven't had that in a really long time now, and it's amazing. And I was finding that, like, my lids, I felt like they were trying to, like, almost go on, I don't know, I felt like everything, gravity was taking its course, and you couldn't see lids or anything with me. And I started using this, and again, the upward gravity of rubbing up, and I said, I've got to save my eyes. I love to wear eye makeup. I love to wear eyeshadow. I don't want my eyes to look 20 years older than I am. I want to look as, and I don't care what you say, you can say you don't care and you're okay with yourself. There ain't nobody who wouldn't like to, without needles or anything else, look a little bit better than you did the day before. Who can say that? Who doesn't like to feel better about themselves? And I think that when we take care of ourselves, that works. So I use this. I use this day and I use this night, okay? Those are my 3 eye treatments and my 1 wrinkle treatment that I use. Now, I said very quickly I was going to tell you how I used it. So in the next video that I do, I'm going to talk to you about cleansing your face. I'm going to talk to you about treating your face. Just your skin in general, not talking about the eye area, right? And then when all that's done, I wait about two or 3 minutes, let my skin settle down from that. And then I sit down and I do these treatments. The very first thing I do is I do the dark circle treatment because I feel like that absorbs so well. So I take this and I dot that on and then I rub that in real good. Don't wait any time. The next thing I do is I do the depuffing. Love this. Again, it feels so good. It's heavenly with that ceramic tip on it. And I take and I put that on and I'm just a little bit on that. I wait about 30 seconds before I go with the dual eye lift and the cream, okay? Then I use this, again, put it on top, get that done, and then take that cream because, again, we're trying to smooth and nourish the area underneath your eyes, which is so delicate. You don't need to do a lot of pressing. This is very, very gentle, whatever you do. And that is the eye treatment and the wrinkle. Then, of course, the last thing, guys, this here, this is the last thing that I put on. And this is for the wrinkled areas. Again, I use it here. And look, I have a lot of people who go, oh, Molly, well, that's not the wrinkles it's for stuff on the face. I'm telling you what works for me. This is not what Avon says. This is not what Miss Skin whatever said. This is just me. You've asked, so I'm telling you. So I take some and I just, again, put a dot here. I put a dot here. Dot here, and then of course here, and then across here I'll go boom, boom, boom. And again, out and up. Out and up, you're rubbing out and up. You want to take everything up, you know, so you don't look like you have a facelift and you look different, but you're making that gravity go up and it's putting the skin back where it was. And are you going to notice something the first 3 or 4 days? Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. No, I just kept thinking, I've heard a lot of great things about retinol. I know it's got to do something. This is a top seller for some of my customers that I deal with. And I wanted to share. And after 120 days, I am so excited about how much better my face is doing, okay? So I hope this helps. Again, eye treatments and treatments for wrinkle on the face. All the information is on the bottom. Hope if you don't have an Avon rep and you need one, go to my site. You need to contact me about something else, let me know. Affordable products and your skin can glow again. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.